Brilliance Audio presents Cell 8 by Anders Roslund and Börge Hellström. Performed by Christopher Lane. He lay down on the bunk and tried to read. It didn't work. The words just swam on the page, thoughts that wouldn't focus. It was just like it had been when he first came here, when he was new. After 2 weeks of kicking the walls and iron bars, he'd realized that it was simply a matter of putting up with it, that he had to keep breathing while his appeals filled space, to find a way to pass the time without counting. But today was different. Today he wasn't doing it for his own sake, he knew that. He was thinking of Marv. It was Marv he was reading for. "John," every morning the same question. "What's it gonna be today?" It was important to Marv. Steinbeck, Dostoevsky. 4 uniformed officers had just escorted the 65-year-old man down the long corridor of locked cells. He was dribbling thanks to the sedatives they'd given him, and his legs had buckled under him several times. But he'd kept his composure. He hadn't screamed or cried, and the sharp barbed wire above their heads had twinkled dismally in the weak light that managed to force its way in through the small windows even farther up by the ceiling. For John Mayer Fry, Marvin Williams was the closest to what other people called a true friend that he'd ever had. An elderly man who had eventually cajoled the aggressive and terrified 17-year-old boy into talking, thinking, longing. Perhaps that was what the senior officer had seen, a sense of family strong enough to make him grossly neglect security procedures. They had stood face to face in John's cell, talked quietly together, feeling Vernon Erickson watching them from the corridor, allowing a few minutes of shared time. Now he was going to die. His choice, electric chair or lethal injection. Marv had never been like the others. He hadn't made the same choice as the others. He was in the death house, in one of the 2 death cells in the Southern Ohio Correctional Facility in Marcusville, the final destination for your last 24 hours of life. Cell 4 or Cell 5. No other cell had the same number, the number of death. Not here, not in East Block, not anywhere else in the great prison. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. That's how they counted in all the units, all the corridors. The only black man in town.